Okay, welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Frank with America's Geopolitics. Let's get started. Before we do, don't forget to like and subscribe for more hard-hitting geopolitical analysis. Let's jump right in. Europe is panicking, and the U.S. is no longer the reliable safety net it once was. Trump is pulling back, prioritizing America first, and forcing Europe to make a decision. What's that decision? To stand on its own or fall apart. European leaders are scrambling, but is this the wake-up call they needed? Let's break it down. The writing has been on the wall for years. Trump made it clear. Europe needs to pay its fair share. The U.S. has carried NATO for decades, and now Trump is telling allies no more free rides. With America focusing on China and domestic manufacturing, Europe is no longer the top priority. Why does this matter? The U.S. is shifting its attention to the Indo-Pacific. That means China, Vietnam, Philippines, Australia. Trump has repeatedly called NATO allies freeloaders. He's been harping them about their 2% and wants it brought up to 5%. And Washington is signaling that Europe needs to handle its own defense. So now, Europe is waking up to a new reality. The Greek Prime Minister warns that Europe must wake up and prepare for a future where the U.S. isn't the guardian of the continent. Macron has been pushing for an EU army for years. Now, with Trump calling the shots in Washington, that vision may become a necessity rather than a dream. The shift. France and Germany are pushing for European defense independence. And NATO members, they're increasing their military budgets. But will this be fast enough for Trump? Some leaders fear a weaker U.S. commitment could embolden Russia. Trump's foreign policy isn't really about isolationism. It's about prioritizing America. By pulling back from Europe, the U.S. forces its allies to step up. And guess what? That's exactly what's happening. Europe, long dependent on American military support, now has no choice but to vest in itself. The U.S. isn't abandoning Europe, it's forcing it to be self-reliant. Trump's focus on China means Europe needs to handle its own backyard. In the end, this really could lead to a stronger, more independent Europe, or the EU could completely fall apart. And at this point, I'm not sure that for the future, Trump's not looking for that total fragmentation of the European Union. It definitely would put America in a stronger position. Europe has two choices: rise to the challenge or get left behind. Trump's message is clear. America will prioritize itself first. The real question is, will Europe finally do the same? What do you think? Should Europe go its own way, or does it still need the U.S.? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more hard-hitting geopolitical analysis. This has been Frank for America's Geopolitics. See you next time.